Another good win for our team, football team, as we stay in contention in the Pac-12 South. Really have to thank the fans tonight. I thought they did a tremendous job of, their loudness on third down. You could feel it. It was a neat, exciting atmosphere, so thanks to them. Our players, I thought, fed off them. It started with our defense in this game, our success. That is a really, really good rushing football team, and one of the things I think Coach Pendergast does an unbelievable job of is focusing on taking away the strength of a team. Without question, one of the better rushing teams, not only in our conference, but in the nation, and to stop them in the run game to 85 yards and 2.8 a carry is just a tremendous effort by our defense. The other thing that we talked about was getting off the field on third down. We thought that was going to be critical, and to go 5 of 16 on the day, third down defensively, to get off the field was really the difference in the game, because you looked up at halftime, I think it was 28 total plays for them at half, which is way under their number. Offensively, the exact opposite. We were able to stay on the field, 9 of 14 on third down efficiency, and really established our own running game, starting with this guy and a great offensive line for really the 5th week in a row, provide balance to our offense. 270 yards rushing by our backs and our offensive line, 0 sacks on the day, and I don't even know if he knows it, but congratulations, 4 touchdowns, which ties a record at USC for rushing touchdowns in a game. Injury-wise, you saw Stevie come out, tweaked a patella tendon in the knee. We don't think it's extremely serious, but something that we pulled him from. Biggie Marshall had a tweak of a hamstring that got tight on him, so out of safety precaution, we pulled him. And then we pulled Mike Hutchings in the 4th quarter. He's been fighting that strained calf, and once we got up, we decided to pull him out there, but it looks like he came out fine. With that, we'll answer any questions that you have.
Clay, you mentioned defense was the key. If I saw the numbers correctly, they were well over 100 yards below their lowest output, so that was their lowest of the season. Mm-hmm. Can you comment on that again?
Yeah, no question. I just think, whenever we come into the game, I got to give credit to Clancy and this defense. We talked about getting penetration to stop the run and set the edges, because you look at this offensive run team, and a lot of it's lateral, and it gets outside with that speed by Royce and Tony. And I thought guys like Porter did an unbelievable job of not letting the ball get outside and let it filter back to Cam and Mike and those interior defensive linemen. And then you saw the penetration in the backfield, not only in the run game, but also in the pass, getting to the quarterback and getting him off his spot. So just playing in the backfield, I thought was key to stopping the run tonight.
Ronald, it seemed like on those runs, it seemed like it was effortless for you to get through the line and score those touchdowns. Was it as easy for you as it was for us watching you?
Yeah, I think my offensive line does a great job of making it look easy. They're getting a great push off the ball, so I'm just following their reads.
Ronald, talk about scoring 4 touchdowns. What does that mean to you? How much more of your upside do you feel you're going to perform?
Yeah, it means a lot to me. It's good to get this win, and I just want to keep moving forward.
Coach, getting this win, can you speak to, you guys clearly seem to be on a roll, feel that this team is on a roll?
Yeah, well, we didn't play perfect tonight, but when I look at it and you play a good Oregon team at home, to continue our success at home, continue the balance we have on offense, just a suffocating defense right now. We're playing good football. The one thing I'm just going to be honest, and I told them is, we have to clean up the penalties. That was way too much yellow out there tonight, and we got to get that cleaned up. But you want to be playing your best football by November, and that's what we're doing right now. That was the first step. We've got 3 weeks to go, and we got a mighty big game coming up against Washington.
It might have been easy to look ahead to that game at Washington, but how did you make sure these guys stuck to the night?
I was scared to death. I'm just going to be honest. Having been in it for over 20 years and seeing a team do what they did against Nebraska, who's a good football team, only lose by 3. Colorado only lose by 3, who's a top 25 team. Take Cal, who's a good team, to double overtime. It's just one of those teams offensively that put up so many points, you got to outscore them, and that's what we felt tonight. And so we tried to be as aggressive as we can, especially in the red zone. I think we went 5 for 5 on red zone chances, came up with with a little bit of a wrinkle in the special teams game, using Adoree as the bait on our rat punt play, and letting Mike get a big punt return for us, Michael Pittman get a big punt return for us. But we've got to continue it. You know, the offenses in this league, and there's another one that's coming up in Washington. We've got to play this aggressive style of ball that we're playing in all three areas to be able to have a great November.
What do you see from your young receivers like Deontay Burnett tonight and then Michael Pittman?
Man, what a bright future we have. You know, to be able to see Deontay go out there and really blossom as a receiver. And we all knew Michael Pittman is tremendous. He just, you know, he's playing behind two really good players in Juju and Darius. And he got his opportunity tonight. We always talk about when you get your opportunity, make the most of it. He's invested in practice with his work habits. And tonight it pays off for him. Just really, really proud for him. And, you know, you got some other guys that are coming along in his class too, a Tyler Vaughn's, a Trayvon Sidney, a Velus Jones, you know, a Daniel Mortabebe. You know, the future's bright at that position, and starts with Mike.
From what you've seen on TV or studying other teams, what impressions do you have of Washington?
The quarterback just jumps off the tape at you. His maturity level to be a sophomore and the accuracy that he has delivering the football. You know, there's a reason he's up, one of the kids up for the Heisman right now. And they also, like we're doing right now, they're extremely balanced. It's not all just him. They have a very, very effective running game, and they keep you off balance. And Coach Peterson does a great job. You know, I don't care where he's been at, whether it's been Boise, whether it's been Washington. His team is an extremely well-coached team. So we got our hands full in a very hostile territory. I know it probably will be one of the loudest venues that we'll play in this year, and it ought to be a lot of fun. We played our way into a really big game in November, and that's what you hope to do.
Coach Porter, on the first three series, there were 3 and out. How important was that? Because that seemed to set the tone early. What's the defense mindset at that point?
Yeah, absolutely. Just come out and establish, you know, what we're doing, and we challenged ourselves all week to stop the run game. We knew they were a great rushing team. They put up a lot of points on everybody they've played, so we really made that a goal of ours to come out, stop the run game, and get out on third down. So I think we did that pretty well.
Coach, what does it say about a guy like Ronald who's just waiting for his chance and working in the dark and just comes out on a night like this, and again, just like he did against Cal, just shows out?
Yeah, you know what? Where I'm the most proud of him, I think I said this sometime this week, is he's becoming an every down back, a complete back, where he's progressing. We all knew he was a great runner, but where he's getting really effective is in pass protection and catching the ball out of the backfield. He's becoming a complete running back, and that's where I'm most proud of him. I hold my breath every time he touches it because I know there's a chance it could go all the way. And between himself and a very effective offensive line, they're doing some special things right now.
Coach, you've been around this program for a long time, so you've seen Oregon a lot. How are they different than in years past when, you know, the past 5 years when they were a little better, and why?
I still see the offensive skill that's there. I mean, I look up and there's Tony and there's Royce in the running back position. Charles Nelson, you know, had a big play on the reverse tonight. Carrington, the quarterback, you know, the quarterback's going to be a good player. I mean, we came into this game saying we had to get to him, and we were able to get him off his spot. But that kid's going to be a really, really dynamic player. And when he does, that's going to be a really dangerous team. You know, that's the one piece of the puzzle, I think, probably for Mark, is that the grow up at that position. And, you know, and once he does, man, gosh almighty, he's what we've seen thus far from him, he's going to be a nightmare in the Pac-12.
One last one.
Clay, can you talk about Sam's progression again tonight?
Yeah, you know, for the most part, it did a really, really nice job distributing the ball, didn't get glued in on the outside, really attacked the middle of the field, I thought, tonight. We saw a lot of too high coverages on third down, and that means the middle's got to be there, whether it's a tight end or whether it's Deontay in the slot, and, you know, it hit those guys tonight. Taylor McNamara gets a touchdown tonight, you know, a big throw to 88, Daniel, and Deontay does his thing. Had one critical error on the interception, was just late. You know, had an opportunity. He was looking for a hole shot to Juju, came off just a hair late, and then tried to force one down the middle. It was there early, but just got there late to it.
Your last one.
Beyond 4 touchdowns, what does it mean to you specifically, you know, when you're part of the record books, and specific history for USC?
It means a lot. You know, there's a lot of great running backs that have come before me, and, you know, this is RBU. So, you know, to be in that category with those running backs, it means a lot.
All righty, guys. Thank y'all.